In this video today, I want to talk about presence and how we can use presence in the midst of challenges that we may face in our lives. As you may have noticed, life can present challenges to you, and you may go through seasons of life where things are pretty smooth, stable, comfortable. Things are in flow, things are working out pretty well. And you may go through phases of life or a season of life where things are challenging, where things are difficult, where it feels hard, where it just feels like one thing after another. And one of the things that has helped me tremendously, and why I am called to teach it, is approaching life with presence. Whether you're going through a good phase or a bad phase in life, how you approach it is everything. How you approach anything is everything. It's really coming from your state of consciousness. When you come into presence, you are in a higher state of consciousness, meaning that you will ultimately sift through those challenges much easier, much better, with more clarity, and with more groundedness. You'll be able to really withstand those waves when they come, when you approach life, when you approach those challenges, those difficulties with presence. So one of the things that I teach on my channel, it's the main thing, is practicing being present to the moment, practicing coming into presence. And when we do that more, you will find that when life throws challenges at you, when you have difficulties, which you will, approaching them from a place of presence is going to help you overcome those challenges, get through those challenges a lot easier than if you were simply just stuck in your head about it. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about here when it comes to that, but let's first talk about, well, how do we approach our challenges with presence? What does that look like actually? Like, what does it literally look like? So when it comes to certain challenges, let's say you're having difficulties within your relationship at some point in your life, and you're going through turmoil with your spouse, and things are difficult, things are hard. You find yourself in arguments every other day, and things just aren't seeming to be resolved. Now, a way to approach this situation would be to approach it with presence, to come into the interaction presently. So how we do that is you simply put your awareness in your hands, in your feet, in your body, to your breath, and you keep yourself anchored there when an argument may start to surface or may start coming about. The problem that we have in this specific area of life with people is that we get too much in our heads. We get too much up here, and we feed the argument, or we try to be right, or whatever the ego is trying to put up or trying to defend or trying to make wrong or right or whatever. And instead of doing all of that, we simply come into presence. And what I have personally found in my own experience is that when I approach difficult situations and challenges with people or relationships, when I am present, the right action and the right answer and the right words simply come about. When I surrender myself to the experience, to the difficult situation, and I don't try to fix it, or I let go of my agenda, and I simply allow it to be as it is, and I focus my attention within. I focus my attention on putting my awareness within my body. I bring myself to the breath. And then what happens is that from that state, from that surrendered state, from that letting go, from that, instead of putting my focus up here or on the person, I simply put my attention within, taking myself out of my own head and into my body. the right words come, the right action comes, and you will find that this challenging situation dissolves a lot faster than if you were up in your head and adding to it, or trying to be right, or trying to make them wrong, or whatever. So that's just one example, and in my personal life, I have found this to be extremely helpful, and it really does work. One of the benefits you'll gain from presence and using your body awareness, which is just one way to come into presence, is putting your awareness within the body, is that you're going to be more intuitive. You're going to come more into that intuition. And intuition is very, very, very powerful. It literally, coming into that, you tap into universal consciousness, literally. You tap into spirit. You tap into this intuition, this wisdom and knowledge that's interconnected with us yet beyond us at the same time. And you will receive answers from that source. And when you follow it, things tend to work out a lot better than your own agenda or what you think is right. So this is to be used, this wisdom, this knowledge, in everything we do. It can be if we want it to be. So why not use it when you're going through difficult and challenging situations? And again, one way is through body awareness, coming into the body. And then if you have some sort of challenging situation or a problem with somebody or a person or a relationship, practicing presence can alleviate that challenge. Now, you're going to have other challenges in your life, obviously. It could be career related. It could be your home or where you're living, or it could be your spiritual direction. It could be many different things in your life that you may be struggling with, you may be having a challenge with. So what I would suggest to you, if you don't find yourself in a situation like in the heat of the moment with someone, or like in the midst of a challenge, maybe you're at home and you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling anxious, or you're just unsure of what direction to go into in life, come into the body, come into presence. Find some time to be alone for a little while. Go into your room and just come within and allow yourself to simply be in this moment. And then you can ask for guidance as well on how to resolve this challenge, or how should I move forward. And maybe you get an answer in that moment. Maybe you don't. It doesn't really matter. But if you practice doing this, you will get an answer eventually. It will come to you. But it's not going to come to you if you're always in your head, if you're always up here, or you have your own agenda, or you think you know what's best for you and everything. When you come into the body, again, you automatically surrender to your own thinking, your own mind, your own ego, and you just put yourself here. And maybe you feel your feet on the ground, or you come to your breath, or you just pay attention to the moment. And then you can ask for guidance and see what comes. And something will come at some point. But be detached from that as well, from getting an answer. An answer will come, but just allow it to come when it needs to come, in what form it comes in. So, practicing presence is essential to life and how you approach life, not only with challenges, but really with anything that you do. When you're eating your meals, when you're going for a walk, when you're working out, whatever it is that you're doing, when you come from a place of presence, getting out of your own head, you automatically experience whatever it is that you're doing on a deeper level. It becomes more enjoyable. So, the benefits of presence, I could go on. We'll talk more about those in other videos. But when it comes to challenges, when it comes to difficult situations in your life, when it comes to things you're facing, adversity you're going through, whatever it may be, step out of your head and come into the body and allow yourself to be guided from that point. Because, again, when you come out of the head and into the body, you automatically come into the present moment because you're no longer in the mind where future and past are. You're in the body where it's totally in the now. And so you want to come into the now, and then that opens up intuition, creativity, wisdom, the right response, the right course of action. And then you simply just do that. And you'll find that these challenges and difficulties fade a lot faster, or you come to an answer with something that you were looking for. The more you stay up here, the more you're kind of keeping yourself weighed down and away from really resolving these challenges in your life. So practice presence in the midst of challenges. It will help you tremendously. It has in my own life, especially when it comes to relationships. It has gotten me through many, many difficult situations with people where it could have went really south, but it didn't, because I learned from my teacher, and I want to teach you on how to do this too, because it's helped me so much. So you're going to face challenges. Face it with presence. It will be a lot easier to face these challenges and to really succeed with them. And it also will give you a confidence to move forward to facing these challenges, because you're going to have challenges that you also need to face. And when you come out of your own head and simply into the body, it allows you to move closer to those challenges and help you to grow, to expand, and to face these fears or these challenges that you need to in order to grow. So bringing presence into the challenges itself is so helpful. It's everything. So I'll leave you with that today. Meditate on that in your own life. Where are you having difficulties in your life? Where are you having challenges? Are there certain fears or challenges you need to face that you're postponing or kind of putting off? What's going on in your life right now? And then bring present moment awareness into them while you're interacting with them, or with whatever it is that you're doing. Again, how we do this is you come into the body, placing your awareness within the hands, the feet, just within, and then that allows you to be anchored in the moment, and you keep attention there while you're facing the challenge. You're always keeping attention within, and just keep your attention there, and then also give responses or do the necessary action needed with whatever challenge you're facing, while simultaneously being connected to being into the inner dimension within, to the spaciousness within, to the awareness within, hands, feet, body, whatever it may be. So it's kind of like this practice that you're doing. This can become your spiritual practice. So keep yourself anchored within when facing challenges. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you in the next video.